Dana Barrett asked Dr. Venkman, why do you like being a Ghostbuster? He replied, same reason I asked you out, 'cause busting makes me feel good.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless.
Movie review, bitches!
Howder hangs like a dead man.
On a white oak tree.
People sitting on porches.
Talking how life used to be. Dark night. It's a dark night. Taste the Tasteless movie review from Dusk till dawn. I am Jay Chowder. We have Bo with the fucking braids and the big dick coming at you.
What do you think I want, you mean old bastard? I want a fucking room.
And we got Slopdog bringing that female vibe to the podcast. That fucking, get all this dick talk and everything. She's gonna bring the ladies' perspective into this motherfucker. We got the Slopdog.
Mama's got nothing to say. She's dead.
Dude, clearly, we've been lately now all picking movies. Like, I love this fucking movie so much. It's like, to me, this movie is a goddamn 10. It's like a perfect fucking movie. It's a perfect movie. It's like two movies in one, and each part is really good. I remember as a kid seeing the trailer for this movie and fucking just being bananas over it. Like, I gotta see this movie. And then it went away. We never seen it. And then we went to this movie. It was like in Apple Valley, and it was like $2 a movie. I remember seeing, I think, Happy Gilmore, and then going after Happy Gilmore, should we see another movie? And it was with Slopdog at the time as well. And Slopdog was there, and then we're like, yeah, let's see another one. And we see From Dusk Till Dawn, and I was so excited we got to see From Dusk Till Dawn because I wanted to see it. I was like, oh my God, I want to see this movie. And it was fucking phenomenal. Like, it did not let down. It like kept my dick hard the whole time. This is also a movie I remember when videotapes were like fucking like crazy, like $100 for like a VHS tape. Like, for Christmas, our mom was able to get like a used copy for like $20 or something from the video store because I was a nerd who went there all the time. And so they got me. So my mom, one of the presents she got me that year was From Dusk Till Dawn, like a used copy of it. I fucking loved it, and I it was like my favorite gift that year. I think was that movie, and I watched it right away, and it was fucking awesome, dude. So anybody who's never seen From Dusk Till Dawn, hit pause. Go watch it and come back because we're gonna spoil. We're gonna talk about the end. We're gonna talk about everything. We're shooting this shit on it. We're just hashtag enjoy the hang. And if you have seen it, let's fucking go, players. Let us know in the comments. You see this movie? Give us your view on this movie. Your dick is hard as mine over this thing. My dick's so hard, I feel the skin's gonna come off my dick. Like, that's how hard I am over this movie. It is fucking a fucking nut chopping fucking blissfulness. Do you guys know what I'm saying?
If you notice, Chowder's super excited about this film. That was our podcast. Thanks, everybody. 5 dog dicks. No. And I think it's because this movie is really awesome. And I think it has a whole lot of titties, which is a priority for Chowder. Like, if it has a lot of titties, it's gonna be a bona fide pounder.
Yeah.
In his opinion, like if he didn't get his dick sucked during the movie, or he didn't see, there was no titties, he's not giving it a good review. So
Yeah.
That's not true. Listen, even if there were no titties in this movie, I still would have been like, this is a phenomenal movie. Titties though, pure frosting. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. What am I, un-American? I don't go fucking blood running through my veins. What the fuck? Am I dead? You know what I mean? Listen. So the movie starts off with the. I want to say that their name is the Gecko Brothers. Is it Gecko?
I believe so. It's something along those lines. Gecko.
I don't know. They're saving us on our car insurance. Oh boy, I'm gonna kill myself for that joke. No. So these brothers, they rob banks. They're on the run from the cops, so they're on their way. They want to get to New Mexico, but they have to go to this bar, and they're gonna meet up with people to pay them. Get their passports, get their whatever they need to get into Mexico, and live free off the money they stole and get away from the U.S. Cops and everything. So they go to this bar called the Titty Twister. Little do they know, it's fucking run by vampires. So they go there, try to enjoy themselves, and then fucking all shit breaks loose with vampires, and then they gotta fucking escape, and it is fucking the best. That's basically the movie. But then, along the way, of course, they meet a family, they hijack the family to go across the border, and that family's got Harvey Keitel in it, Juliette Lewis, Japanese kid. I love it when they go into the room and it's a Japanese boy, and Harvey Keitel is like, "What are you guys, a couple fags?"
And then he's like, "Well, why does he look Chinese?" He's like, "He doesn't. He looks Japanese."
I'll shoot the fuck out of me then. Dude, this is like George Clooney fucking fresh off of ER. He's still doing ER, but he's never really been like an actor. Like, I think this is his first starring, I could be wrong, but at least the first starring role I know of. I know he's in like Facts of Life and shit like that, but like as a main role guy, like he's like so cool in this movie. There's so many cool people in this movie. And believe, like, the character Richie, his brother, is played by Quentin Tarantino, who's a complete fucking psychopath. But at the same time, he's probably my favorite character in the movie. Like, give me
surprise, surprise.
I always
the fucking pervert that rapes people is your favorite character. Wouldn't have fucking guessed that.
Dude, my favorite characters in movies are like, in that movie Summer Camp Nightmare, the guy who like sings Beef Bologna but rapes that girl. Like, I'm like, he's the coolest. And then fucking like Ajax in the Warriors, I'm like, love Ajax. And then fucking Richie from Dusk like, fucking phenomenal character. My favorite of the movie.
It's just because you're a pervert, so you relate to the other perverts. That's what it comes down to.
Can we put this in a box though? Like, people can think I'm like raping people in real life. And that's not the case. I just find it amusing. Not amusing. Wrong word. I found it just like, I don't know. I don't know.
You got
cool.
You got a sick sense of humor. Let's just say that. You're just a pervert. You were the kid on the bus that was looking up the girls' skirts. Like, that was you.
That did happen. And I remember being like, "Oh, I dropped my papers," and I'd like to look at this girl's dress. And I think she liked it, though. I mean, didn't she seem like she liked it, Bone? No?
We're getting on a line here. Let's change the subject.
We're the same age. It wasn't like I'm an adult going on a school bus.
Let's look at this film. From Dusk Till Dawn. One of the great openings in a movie. Like, this is a fucking phenomenal opening. It starts off at the gas station, and you have no idea what's going on. The cop comes in. He does this crazy funny dialogue that's like just the banter between him and the cashier. And the cashier is just so nonchalant. And the cop goes and uses the bathroom, and then all of a sudden you see fucking Seth and Richie coming out with guns. With the cashier the whole time was just like, I should get a fucking award for how cool I've been. You know?
Dude, I love it because if you look back and you watch it the second time, you see them with the girls in the background. So clearly they came in prior. He's like, I'll fucking kill you. The Ranger's coming. Act natural. And they go off pretend they're just customers. And you don't even know that they're there. You only find, you know what I mean? Because then they come. So fucking. So the beginning is so good, the ending is so good, and the fucking middle is good. Like, it's just phenomenal. Like, and like the way the camera is, when he's like, everybody be cool, you be cool, and the fucking camera change fucking gets my dick hard every time. And then like they go off, and then the cop comes back, and go ahead, Bo, continue. Oh man,
it's just a phenomenal like beginning scene, and it's a great way to introduce the brothers, like their dynamic, how Richie's really the fucking troublemaker, and Seth just kind of does whatever he can to bail him out. Like, Richie gets shot, Seth fucking goes into full-blown fucking warrior mode and to save his brother, and you get that dynamic right in that first scene of what this relationship with these brothers is.
He's not happy with his brother, but it's still his brother. He loves him, and no matter what, he's got his brother's back. Even though his brother's a fucking maniac, he's like has to clean up his mess. He's like, God damn it! But he's like, you're my brother, and I love you. You know what I mean? Like so he's got his back. Like, I love the scene because they're leaving after the shit goes shit house. Like, he's like, you were only supposed to come in for a map, and he went into the map, and Richie caused so much shit. But when they're leaving, he goes, oh, here are the maps. And just grabs one and leaves. And it's like, I love that part because as he grabs it, he's like, you're only supposed to go for a map. The building's blowing up behind them. I feel like Seth and Richie are kind of Bone and myself.
I was just gonna say this sounds really fucking familiar.
Bone, Seth, and I'm Richie. Bailing me out.
Slopdog, that makes you Juliette Lewis.
Oh man.
No, because he wants to eat her pussy. I'm not eating Slopdog pussy.
But you also turn into like, how come he looks like Frankenstein when he turns into the vampire?
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Like, why is his forehead so big? I'm like, what is that?
Just the makeup. The makeup is really good in this, though, and like the special effects and gore. You do realize that all the vampires had green blood, and that was the only. They were originally going to do all red blood, but they would have had to have given it an NC-17 rating, so they switched all the vampire blood to green to get it to rated R.
But it also makes it cool. Yeah.
Did you guys notice though, like how, like maybe I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm going to be critical of it, but like the parts like where they're fighting the vampires, like especially the very beginning, things are very choppy. They had to probably have done like these scenes many times and then had to like splice it together. But if you watch, you can tell how choppy it is. And I was like, huh. And I think is this one of his first movies, Quentin Tarantino?
It is an earlier film for all of them.
Let me tell you something.
Robert Rodriguez.
Like,
this movie's a perfect movie. How dare you say this?
No, I'm just saying you can tell. Like, it's interesting how they like switch things around and stuff, and you can see it. Like, I was just like, I just noticed that, and I was like, oh, this, and even like the vampires, like the way, like I think that yes, the effects are good, except for when they die. Like when they kill him, it looks very cheesy. Like the part with the blood, like the fake blood. It's like I drew it with my left hand, like that part. But what doesn't make any sense is how some of them like, and then like other ones don't really die like that, and then like there's pieces of them left. But didn't they start on fire? Wouldn't those pieces be on fire? Like I don't know.
I
like,
guess
the 90s.
If you
there's
rip
not
the
a
lips
lot of
off
rules.
first.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of rules in this. Is what I noticed. And it made me kind of laugh, like that there wasn't a lot of rules. But then like, I like when they killed the poor girl.
That's funny because they even point out Harvey Keitel. I think it's Harvey Keitel or Seth. Jacob or Seth that talk about has anybody actually read a real book on vampires,
Yes.
not what you've just seen in movies.
And they're like,
I love that scene where like I forget when it was in the movie, but like just the lingo of Seth where he's like, there's a fucking bunch of vampires out there trying to suck our fucking blood. Like, and he's like, he's playing dog. I'm like, what a cool motherfucker. And it's just like,
yeah. He is the cool, like this is David Clooney, George, why did I keep saying David Clooney? George Clooney's coolest role. Like he is, and I love the Ocean's 11 movies. Like Danny Ocean, when he plays Danny Ocean, he's super cool, he's awesome, but Seth is like the coolest character he's ever played by far.
he's very handsome in this movie. Like they made him the hot guy. They really did. Like because
he's the bad boy
him.
Slopdog.
He was like
rolling up on the motorcycle, having Slopdog sit in the back on the back
right.
seat.
Like he is. He's very much the cool guy in this. You're right though. Like I didn't realize like because I haven't seen it in forever, so I didn't realize like just how like young he is in this and how like he's so cool. Like he is really cool in this. But to take it like, and I know I'm being critical. I'm sorry, but like okay, so all these vampires for all these years have killed all these truckers and all these people that have come through, and they happen to be like the few people that figure it out and like win. And I'm like, I think that's a stretch. Just saying.
Hey, anywho, I was listening to Joe Rogan recently, and Rodriguez was on there talking about this movie, and he was saying that so Tarantino, I guess, wrote this movie. But then he got so little money for it. And then when he had like Pulp Fiction got made and Reservoir Dogs did good, then after Pulp Fiction, they were like, we want to make everything you got. And Rodriguez had made like the prequel to, or I don't know, I forgot what movie he made. He made, I feel so embarrassed not knowing it, but he made his first movie too. So they were kind of on the same, they went to the same like Sundance or whatever together. They were on a panel together, and anyway, they met and became friends. So like Mariachi or something like that. I think it was a movie. Anyway, so they were doing
Mariachi. It was a good film.
Yeah, so they were doing movies together. So he was just talking about how Tarantino made that movie, and he was talking to him about it, and he's like, well, they want to make everything I want to make, but because I already sold the script, they only want to give me a little bit of money. So how about I rewrite it, you direct it, he said to Rodriguez, and then we'll do the movie that way. So that's how they kind of made From Dusk Till Dawn. And then after a while, Rodriguez was like, let's make this movie, because Tarantino kept picking stuff out of the From Dusk Till Dawn like movies, like the Jules speech in Pulp Fiction, he pulled from Dusk Till Dawn. And like some other things he pulled too as well. So Rodriguez was like, before this fucking script has nothing, let's fucking make this movie. And that's how they made From Dusk Till Dawn. And I thought that was really cool. And I thought just the green blood. Oh, you mentioned the green blood. I think I read that somewhere too, but I don't know if he said it on the podcast. But the green blood I thought was great, and I love that it's green, because even though it's like green because to lower the rating, I think it's better to be green than red, because it's vampire blood. I like that aspect of it. It's like in Clerks, where Clerks is shot in black and white, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's shot in black and white because that's what the video cameras are in a convenience store," and it made it like, "Ooh, seem cool." But like he's just like, I shot black and white because I was poor and I couldn't afford color.
Well, no, that's a fact. They were gonna give it an NC-17 rating, so they had to cut down the blood because they had so much titties in it, so much blood that at the time.
No. But that's what I'm saying. I like how they made it green. They didn't originally plan for it to be green, but due to rules or regulations or whatever, they had to switch it.
Came out.
And I'm glad they switched.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's like I know, like, you know. The some of the effects maybe don't hold up as well, but it was made in 90 something. But dude, I still like, I Teeter and Totter like favorite movies or whatever, and forever this is like my always go to. And then over the years, I've had other movies too that I kind of creeped into. But I don't know. Every time I watch it again, I just get the feelies, and I just love. I don't know. I think this movie is perfect. Like, I think it's perfect. I love it. I can't. I just love the dialogue. I love everything about it. It's just, it butters my bread on both sides. Exactly. Sex Machine with his fucking dick gun comes up, which is fucking
He's like a special effects guy, right? In real life.
Yes.
It's Tom Savini.
Okay.
Dude, Tom Savini. This story too. I'll always remember. Sometimes you go to conventions and they remember you, sometimes they don't. Whatever. But we went to this convention one year, dude, and I will never forget this one. I don't think Bone will either. But not only was Tom Savini there, but John Landis was there, and they're good friends. And we went to fucking the convention, and so we meet Savini, we're talking to him, and Bone gets, an autograph from him, and I'm always just kicking around. I never really got anything, but Bone did, and because I'm just a cheap fuck, I guess. And so Bone is there, and he's getting the thing, and then the guy goes, "Oh my God," he goes, you look like young John Landis," is what he told Bone. So he gets off from his table. Go ahead.
Well, what he did, we walked up before we got a signature or anything. We were next in line. It was me and Chowder. And Tom Savini looks at me and he's like, "Holy shit, you, come with me." And I was like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, I was like, okay. And he grabbed me by the arm and brought me over to John Landis's table and goes, "Hey, John, we went back, we got a time machine. We went back in time and got a young you." And it was just such an awesome, amazing moment. Like, that is one of my happiest moments in my life. That it was just the fucking coolest thing as a horror fan. Like, I loved it.
Dude, it was the smile on Bone's face. I don't think it could ever go away. John Lewis took the time then and just sat one-on-one with Bone and just talked to him. And to any horror fan or anybody who ever goes to conventions, like, this is like a dick hard moment, dude. Like, you're usually, absolutely, how are you, whatever. Sometimes they don't even want to talk to you. Their fucking eyes roll at you like you're a dumb cunt, and then off you go. But to be taken by the arm by Savini, who is fucking awesome, and then be brought to John Landis, who's fucking awesome, and then to be like, hey, and then you just shoot the shit with him for a few minutes about life and just whatever, just because you look like him. Dude, that's fucking awesome. And I remember that just being a great moment. So Savini will always be cool to me. Landis will always be cool to me, just because of that moment. That Bone was just like, dude, and Bone like couldn't stop grinning, dude, when he got done. I think maybe Johnny P was with us, so I'm not sure. But like, fucking, dude, like, I just remember Bone just being fucking so happy. It was the best moment ever, dude. So anyway, this is a side note, and it butters my bread. So but yeah, Savini was in it. He was Sex Machine. Yep. And then fucking, like, there's just we just watched Night of the Comet, and that guy is like, "What? Don't believe in Santa?" I think that's Juliette Lewis's father.
Oh, really?
Is it? I think it is, actually. I think you're right.
I think he's passed away now, but I think that was her father in real life. But
one more thing to go back to the script thing. The original idea for the script came from a makeup artist named Robert Kurzman, who was Kurtzman, that was friends with Quentin Tarantino, and he hired Quentin Tarantino to write the script. This was originally supposed to be a Tales from the Crypt full-length film. It was supposed to be a sequel to Demon Knight.
Oh, is that why Bordello Blood is Bordello Blood with vampires?
It might be because this was supposed to be a sequel to Demon Knight. It just didn't work out like that, and I think Tarantino just kept the script. And
yeah, that guy does have credit on, I think, from Dusk Till Dawn, though, too. I think it says they both wrote it, yeah.
Yeah, and then Robert Kurtzman, Tarantino said, well, why don't you direct it? And because Tarantino was originally going to direct it himself, but he wanted to focus on being Richie. So he offered it to Kurtzman, who couldn't give the time to do it. So then he said, well, Robert Rodriguez, we're friends. I like what you do. Why don't you try to give it a shot? And it just made it magic. I think Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino together just made this magical. And it's so funny that Tarantino has such a foot fetish. If you know anything about Tarantino, you know there's feet in every single one of his films. He always has like these close-ups, like especially on Uma Thurman's feet and stuff. There's always foot stuff. And then he wrote a scene where he has Salma Hayek's foot in his mouth and drinks wine off of it like a pervert. Thank you, by the way, to Johnny P. He's like, make sure you mention that, because we were talking about this film with our friend Johnny P. And
oh, he mentioned that part about it?
He mentioned we were talking about it earlier at the party. So
he knew about the foot fetish?
He knew about the foot fetish. We were laughing about it, yeah.
He was there when I think he was there when Savini brought you over to Landis. I really believe he was. And Johnny P, shout out. Put some comments in, motherfucker. And Johnny P's got a dick like a fucking racehorse, if you ever seen him. Fucking, yeah. Sorry, ladies, he is married with kids. But, he has a dick like an old sailor. You tell me. Woo! And, anyway. I probably suck it. Like props for anybody. You ever notice that? Like, anybody who, like, I like is, like, good is like, they got a big dick, yeah. Like, what does it even mean?
Oh, I also want to say about the beginning, like after they're like complaining to each, like Seth's kind of yelling at Richie and the building's blowing up. It's so nonchalant. They drive away and the music starts, Dark Night. It's just such a good intro. You get like that translucent trunk for a second of like the girl tied up in the back.
Yeah.
Richie's like fucking taping up his hand, and before that he's looking at Seth through the hole in his hand. It's just so fucking cool. And then when they stop there in the hotel and they're like that news anchor is just like talking about the death count, talking about how Richie broke Seth out of prison and like killed 3 Texas Rangers. That brings the death toll to 4 civilians, 7 Texas Rangers. And it's just such a ridiculous fucking thing. It just makes me laugh every time I hear that.
The banter is very brotherly too. Like when, like you said, they're bantering when the car's blowing, everything's blowing behind them. They're still just bitching about how he should have just cut the map and got out. And Seth's complaining how you fucked it up, Richie. And they're just, how about your hand? Yeah, it hurts like a son of a bitch. Thanks a lot. You know what I mean? And then like they're just fucking bantering like brothers, because they are in the movie. And then they just fucking get the car, like you said, go. And that guy's dead when he's on fire. And then he fucking just. He pops the popcorn as he dies, and then he's like, "I didn't say help us." Remember that part? Like, I love that part where he's like, "I heard him say help us," and he's like, "I didn't say help us, you fucking liar!" And then he shoots him, and then he's like, "Get the car." And then he's like, "I heard him say help us." And he's like, "I didn't say help us." It's just a part. And he's like, "Well, it's too fucking late." And then they burn the guy alive. They just fucking it's just. Crazy. And then the vampires come and it's just like
What's so cool too is that if you just watched this movie and didn't watch the trailer, had no idea what it was about, and you got to that part and all of a sudden the vampires come out, it'd be like, holy shit, what just happened? Like that.
What the fuck
it came out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
But it changed the feel of the movie so much. And this was actually Tarantino's only horror film he's ever written. And I think he does a phenomenal job. I think he should do more because I love this film.
It's like fucking where, like, yeah, out of the blue it comes if you don't know, like you said, and you just fucking, you think originally it's just going to be them in a bar. All right, this bar is shady. Are they going to get beat up? Are they getting in fights? You know, I don't know. Let's talk about Cheech Marin. Fucking has 3 roles in this movie, you know, and one of them is the guy outside the Titty Twister talking about what kind of pussy you're gonna get. Do you like red pussy, yellow pussy, snapping pussy, smelly pussy, And he's just going on about pussy. It is the fucking best. I remember seeing it for the first time, just laughing so much at just how he's ranting about pussy. And,
buy one pussy, get another pussy for equal or lesser price for 1 penny. 1 penny for pussy. If you can find pussy anywhere cheaper, fuck it. Well,
I love vampires and shit, Crimson. Dude, that's another thing. Dude, we were fucking. I love that we're handing out flyers at the horror convention. The last horror convention went in Stanford. I would love it, dude. Bones' kid went with us, and we try to, keep him away from the podcast because it's not for kids, But it was so funny. He's such a helper that he's handing out flyers for us. And I'd be telling people how filthy our podcast is, or we kind of say this and that. And then out of nowhere, he just comes up and he's like, "Here you go." And I'm like, "Yeah, I go, but it's not for kids, but thank you, buddy." You know what I mean? But he was such a ham and loved handing out the flyers. We had to stop him handing out flyers at one point because he's just trying to put them everywhere. And then, but it was just so cute that he was so loving the help, but it's something that he should know part of because it's so dirty. And but yeah, it's very funny. I just thought that was really good over the weekend we went to that con. So I'm like, what do you think? You got anything? I know I'm ranting, I'm raving. I love this movie. And did you find anything really humorous or funny that brought back when you see it again or anything?
So I like the part where is it Richie? Richie's waking up in the back of the RV, and because after he got knocked out because he then they punch him in the face or something, and then he's like, "Oh," "You okay? You fell over and hit your head on the toilet. You scared me."
Because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. They're there, and he's like, "Fuck these pigs," and he's trying to just be because he's "I don't give a fuck. We'll do whatever." And that's another part where he's not using his brain, and his brother had to be "Shut the fuck up" and knock him the fuck out.
Yeah, I thought that was
sounds familiar.
Oh boy!
Did you guys think it was? Did you guys also though? Come on, did you think it was ridiculous that they kept everything that would kill them in a room behind everything? Oh hey. Oh, let's put all these crossbows and guns and other random items back here. I'm like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Hey, how about all the stuff that can kill us? Let's put it in this room right here for safekeeping.
In defense, they made it because he was a priest. He did holy water. They drew the crossbows on. They drew the cross stuff on the bullets. They put two stuff together to make a cross. They had to make it. But I understand what you're saying, I guess. But yeah, this podcast in general, and if anybody knows, this podcast is probably going to be a little later than normal, just because there's craziness that happens throughout the week and everything. So we're all a little later on this one. Hey man, we're fucking adults with kids and shit, bitches. Come on. We're trying every week to give it to you, so it's a little late this week. But it's from Dusk till Dawn. So it's a fucking good one, baby. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen this movie and your dick isn't hard, I don't want to even fucking talk to you. Get the fuck out of here. But listen, watch this movie. Tell us what you think. We love it. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these movies. I know later on, one of our people who listen, who's awesome, I think Bone's going to rip into that later. She watched it and she kind of gave us our review, and we want more of that. That's fucking awesome. All in all, I think this movie with switches modes, all the vampire stuff, just the funny lines, and just how everything skips together. I would say this is I love this movie. It holds up. So anyway, this movie is really good. I love it, and I think it holds up from being a kid. I don't think it ever. I gotta say, probably still my favorite movie ever. 10, whatever. I give it 5 dog dicks. It is fucking awesome. Bone, what say you?
Yeah, I love this movie. We could talk for ever on this movie. I think this could be 3 podcasts. There's so much to talk about, but I love this movie. The soundtrack, the feel, the grittiness, Tarantino and Rodriguez together, the vampires, Salma Hayek. I don't think we mentioned her. She was awesome in this fucking film.
5 dog dicks alone on her.
Yeah, I know, right? Her name's Santiago Pandama, whatever, was it was a title of a 1973 Mexican horror film about,
Means come in your pants. Yeah,
about-
sexy.
about sexually sexual fantasies about Satan, and originally they almost fired her because she refused to do the snake scene because she's deathly afraid of snakes.
Yeah.
But then Rodriguez said if they fired her, they were going to hire Madonna to do the film instead. So she's like, nope. And she overcame her fear and had to go to counseling for snakes. So just wanted to mention that.
Is there a beef with Madonna? Or what's the
I
deal?
have no idea. Maybe there's a beef. But I'm saying this film was phenomenal. 5 dog dicks for me.
Yeah, dog. And now, Slopdog, take it easy. Think your thoughts. All right. No, I remember somebody saying she remembers. What was the part you remember the most about this movie, Slopdog?
The part with the band and how they like it turns into like bodies that they're like strumming and it explodes. I don't know why out of all everything that's what I remember, but that's what I remember. But anyway,
That's great.
like I liked, I do like the brother thing. I do like how but there's pieces of this movie that I really find hard to believe and I have a hard time with. I know. Maybe I just look at it from different perspective. I didn't hate the movie, not by any means.
Right.
I love it when like they kill the 4 girl vampires like with the table, like all 4 legs of the table. Like I thought that was
so
creative.
good.
Like that kind of stuff is good. But there's some parts of it that just don't make sense, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Like even the part where like Richie first turns into the vampire, and he's like, and the other guy goes to kill him, and he's like, no, you can't kill him. He's still my brother, or whatever. And they're like, you're being a fool. But then he shoots him anyway. But like, he didn't even say, hey, because I want to kill him. He was just like, it's almost like they didn't know what to do with that part, and then like, oh, we'll just make him kill him. Like they didn't like think it out, or at least that's how I looked at it. But whatever, doesn't matter. So
I thought it looked like he did want to kill him, but then also I also like where I didn't get the part where that black guy gets bit. He goes, "Fucking bit me," and then out of nowhere he automatically turns into a vampire and throws him through the wall. That part is always like where I've always seen that and go, "Wow, he switched really quick."
Yeah, there's a lot of there's no rules in this one, if you will. Like it's like everybody, it's like every vampire is different. And then how come all the vampires all look like old, like gross ladies, like at the end, like the ones that are getting them at the end? They're none of them have clothes on, and they all look like saggy old gross, like ugh. Anyway, so
keep talking. Ooh.
Magic. So I can't give it 5 dog dicks. I didn't like it that much. I'm not big on these kind of movies, so I'm gonna give it 4 though. I'm gonna give it 4 dog dicks.
I'll take it. 4 dog dicks with something like, dude. Like I love how it ends too, and like they drive away, and you see the buildings even bigger, and like so there's a shitload more vampires.
But see, like even that, like how did they? This handful of people, like what killed everybody? Like I don't know. Too far fetched for me.
Just the guy.
I think that implies
maybe because he was
they
creature.
didn't kill all the vampires. Like there's a huge temple. I think that's the. Hey, we're gonna have part 2 because there's a lot more fucking vampires. This is an ancient like Mayan temple.
Okay.
All the other parts fucking
that's
stick.
what I think it implies.
They're not good. They're not good.
But
you fucked it, man.
Altogether, Tasteless Adjacent gives this 4 dog dicks and a tip. It's a bona fide pounder.
Yeah, you fuck right it is. I highly fucking recommend this movie. Everybody, it's a fucking everything you're gonna want in a movie. It's a fucking perfect 10 movie, guys. I love this motherfucker. Delicious. And but yeah, we have people. Bo, do you want to preach about one of our Stephanie?
Stephanie needs adventure. She did put another thing. Let me click that up.
She is like a friend to our show. She's really awesome. Not only did she listen, but she also kind of like did what we'd love for people to do. She watched Night of the Comet. She kind of gave her 2 cents of what she thought about the movie, right?
Nice.
Yeah, she did on Facebook.
And she put it on our Facebook, and she was just like, she was talking about it. She's like, first she was like, what is this movie? Night of the what? And she didn't get the name of the movie. And I was like, yeah, feel free to, watch along. And she did. And so she gave her review on Book of Face of what she thought. I don't know if I don't have my computer, but I know Bone's looking, but we're very prepared. And but no, like
we
we want stuff for that, and we want more. Go ahead.
I gotta hear the Stephanie said the movie was way more fun than I expected. I am shocked Chowder only gave it 1.5 dog dick or 1.5 dog dicks. This is a solid 3 to 3.5 dog dick movie. I cracked up so hard when the stepmom cold cocked the girl and she flipped over the couch. The weirdest part of the movie was the mall gang, and how did they, in the depths of the mall, get exposed? But the sister had some weird excuses for spending the night in a storage shed, question marks. But didn't get exposed? Question marks.
Dude, she said just what Slopdog said.
She also recommends a movie called The Car, which we will put on the list. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie. But
Thank you.
she's definitely, I think, Slopdog shows the woman perspective of this, because just like Slopdog said, what the fuck was up with the rapey gag in the mall, right? And then she says the same thing. What's up with this rapey gag in the mall? So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, she's also, one person who said she felt that Slopdog does bring that aspect to it. So we're not just two guys with dicks in our hand. We got a pussy as well. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And what? And I don't know what that means at all. And,
also, let me just say that IMDb gave this 7.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes critics gave it 65%. Audience scores were 76%. Just Watch gave it 94%. Google users gave it 4.1. Common Sense was 4 out of 5. Roger Ebert gave it 4 out of 5. And Letterboxd gave it 3.5 out of 5. So overall, really good ratings. People liked it. It was released January 19th, 1996. Budget was $19 million, and it made $59.3 million. So it was a pretty good success.
Yeah. Fucking, I can't say enough. I think I might even watch this again just because I love it so much. But it was good. And I just say, you want more, check, you can check everything out on YouTube. If you go to p1ipoo.club, it's going to bring you right to the YouTube page, and you can see all the Tasteless of Jason episode, everyone we've ever done, even back to the beginning ones where we didn't even know we were going to call Tasteless of Jason. And you can go back and hear some of those clunkers, and they're pretty good though. And check all that out. And then p1ipoo is just kind of my site where I just kick around. I've done some comedy sketches up there. Some old, I was in a band called Moist Chicken songs up there. Basically anything I do will be on P1ipoo Club, but mostly important, the podcast is there on YouTube. So p1ipoo.club will take you right to the YouTube page, so you can check out any Tasteless Jason on YouTube, at P1ipoo on both Instagram and X. Bone, where can they find Tasteless Jason other places in the world?
You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We leave memes, and we just like to interact with everybody. Also, check us out wherever you get podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Apple. So, yeah, that's it.
Problem?
And as always, we love hearing your comments. Definitely keep leaving them. We love to hear it. And let us know your opinion. How many dog dicks do you give it? What do you think? What movies would you suggest? We would love to hear it.
Yes. And hopefully in the future we'll have us on it, but maybe we'll have a guest here or there. We'll see. If we can pop someone in, we'll pop someone in. And then also, that'll get you extra moist, extra wet in the puss. So yeah, we appreciate you listening. Thank you, everybody. It's been a dark night. So saith the shepherd. So saith the flock. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
It's a dark night.
What are you, some kind of dog dick? Dick.
Bow, 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 bow. Slopdog, did you think that Richie and Seth kind of sound like Bone and me?
Yes, I did.
Did you see him shaking a bird out of my hand, bashing my head against the wall? This is not how it's done. That's how we do the podcast.
That is how we do the podcast.
You need to stop saying rape. You need to stop saying rape. And fucking stop saying cunt. Bangs me against the wall, breaks my glasses.
Yeah, just like that.
Hot in my head, acting like a dead man.
From
on a white oak tree. People sitting on porches, talking how life used to be. Dark night. It's a dark night. That's so fucking great. Tasteless Adjacent movie review. Fucking from dusk till dawn. If you haven't turned it off from that goddamn singing, I am Jay Chowder. We have Bone.
Jesus. I'm going to be in trouble in this one.
Dark nights.
It's a dark night. My wife's going to kill me. All right.
boy.